Hello.
Hello. I think I'm muted.
No, you're not.
Okay.
I'm going to change my name. More, let's see. Rename. Okay. President. There we go. So how's everybody doing?
Good. I'm getting ready to leave for Florida in a couple days, so I'm really good.
Oh, that's great. You're not working today?
No, I took this week off. I knew I had to take my sister to some doctor's appointments, and then I got my second COVID shot on Saturday. So I was a little worried how I would react, so I just took the week. I don't have to work.
I got mine on Thursday. What about you, Carol? Have you been vaccinated yet?
No, I haven't been vaccinated yet because I'm 66. So they didn't open some of it for like I go to U of M, for example. I go to St. Joe's. They don't have the COVID vaccine yet.
Yeah.
And the veterans aren't getting you in? I thought maybe the veterans would get some.
I went on their website and they said you had to be 75 and older. They just changed it to 50. So I should be able to get it.
Okay, good.
Oh.
They got to take care of our veterans.
Right.
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 So.
Yeah. I was through Beaumont, so I was able to get, I actually did it for my mother-in-law who's 91. And then they allowed me to schedule mine since I'm over 65. And I took her, so.
Through Beaumont?
Yeah.
Oh, was it my chart in Beaumont or just
Yeah,
you went on their website?
I actually called a number for people that weren't computer literate because my mother-in-law, you know, we shared the same email for my chart and it wasn't clear. So
they're not taking phone calls anymore. I tried calling it for my sister.
Oh,
even though she's not 65, my sister's only 61, but so you missed the Wayne one. I'll have to, if the Wayne does another one and I hear about it, Carol, I'll text you because Wayne did one.
I went up there and they said they weren't taking names anymore. So I said, okay. And then I got one for my mom at the city of Westland up at Schoolcraft. And it was like 100 people in line yesterday morning. It was so cold out there. So
did they require you to come all at the same time, or did they say between like 9 and noon?
Well, they said they gave you specific time. However, they gave many people the same time.
Oh.
And there were so many people in line with walkers. It was awful. I
went to Schoolcraft, but mine was to go anytime during the day. They said between 9 and 3 that I could go for my second shot. Anytime between 9 and 3, just show up. So when I was talking to the nurse, I said, when's the best time to go? She goes, most people come in at the beginning or the end. Like they think they'll rush in. She said, I would suggest 11:30. I showed up at 10:30. I walked in, I filled out the paperwork. There was one person in front of me. I got in the chair. I was out within a half hour from the time I got into the building to the time I left the building was a half hour. And then you have to wait 15. So it was pretty fast.
Who did you do it through?
It was through just Wayne County because of work.
Okay.
Oh,
I thought you were retired.
I am retired, but I'm actually working again.
Well, welcome to everybody who's joined.
Dearborn.
We've had some people walk in or Zoom in, so welcome to them. Dennis and Donna. I know that Deb Green asked for the Zoom information for her club, the Belleville Club, and so we have some people from other clubs that maybe when they're fully connected.
Is this Rotary?
Yes.
And you know, Laura, I tried to get a hold of Gino Salamone to send that check, and I left a message on Friday at his office, and I haven't heard back from him.
Oh, I know he's at MadCap conference is today and tomorrow. Maybe he's in Grand Rapids for that.
Yeah.
Possible.
All right, well, I'll wait until the end of the week, I guess, and then I'll try again. But it was his office because it said, this is his office, leave a number, blah, blah, blah. So I did. Told him what I wanted, so.
Right, right. Okay, well, it's 11:59. We'll give people a few more minutes. I do see that our speaker is here, it looks like, under the name Jeffrey Chicoine. That is probably Kristine Donahue from.
No, I think Kristine is actually logged in on her own.
Oh, okay. Let's see, I don't see her.
She needs to turn on her video.
Donna,
Do you want to make me a co-host? I can watch for people coming in for you again if you want.
I can do it. It's not too
Okay.
hard. They're kind of straggling in. Oh, here, this must be you. Kristine Donahue. It's Donna HUK. Okay. All right. Thanks. Thanks so much for agreeing to do this. We'll just give people a couple more minutes to come in.
Sounds good, excellent. And then I believe I can share my screen to do the presentation.
Yes, you should be able to. We have our settings set up that way. So
Okay, great. Thank you.
there should be if you're on your laptop, there should be a green thing at the bottom saying share screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, we have 2 more people in the waiting room. So
Hello, Dennis from Belleville. Welcome to our club.
Thank you. Pleasure being here, all the way from Florida.
Oh, wonderful.
oh, fantastic.
Nice to see.
Which part of Florida are you in?
West Melbourne or Melbourne.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
leave Thursday for Fort Myers.
Oh, okay. It's nice over there. I'll be back close to the end of this month. I'm recovering from a broken shoulder, so I'm down here. My niece, who's a nurse, is helping me rehab.
Oh, wreck your golf game.
Yeah, it does play hell with my golf game. Thank you, Your Honor, for saying that.
But it's a good place to recover though, nice and warm.
Well, yeah, and one of the main things is walking, and it's walking in Michigan this time of year is very difficult.
Yeah, actually, Milton and I have only missed, what, about 14 days?
Right.
We've been walking since last March, since
Yeah,
the shutdown.
They want me out at least twice a day to walk, so.
Oh,
Hi, Ray.
Howdy.
Hi, Mary Jo. Hi, Deb Green.
Hi. I don't know why I was having a hard time getting in, but I'm here now.
Oh, we're very picky, you know.
Should I hang up? This is Keith Bruder.
Yes. Oh, stay on.
yeah,
Yes.
Laura often doesn't let me in, so.
Yeah, I'm letting everybody in today.
Stephen Keith?
Yep,
Yep.
good, Keith.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Welcome to all of our guests from Belleville and Huron Township. And are there any other clubs represented here? Okay. And we have our new member, Alva. Welcome.
Welcome, hello.
Hey, welcome.
Approved as a-
Welcome, Alva.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and get started, get the meeting started. I'm just gonna explain to Kristine Donahue that we normally, before COVID, we met for lunch. So the beginning of the meeting was spent greeting people and introducing guests, and then we would eat lunch, and then our speaker would speak. So COVID has changed all that. And so what we do now is we have a very brief introduction. We say the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we let our speaker speak, because we know you're busy and you probably have other things to do than listen to our club business and upcoming speakers and so forth. So we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then I'll have you introduce yourself and go into your presentation. So we start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and get my little flag out here. Here's a flag. So I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. And we'll go ahead and have our speaker begin.
Okay, let's see if we can get this up here. I have selected. Okay,
Excellent.
I think we're there.
Yep.
All right, everyone can see the screen?
Yep.
Excellent, very good. So thank you very much for the opportunity to meet with all of you and give you some highlights of the Wayne campus. This is really a great opportunity as many of the changes that we've gone through with the COVID activity, both the first surge and the second surge. This really provides us with a great opportunity to share with you what's going on in our campus and allow you the ability, to share that information throughout the community as well as ask questions as needed. So as you can see there, there's a layout of the Wayne campus. We are currently a 99 bed facility, all private rooms. We have about 36,000 emergency room visits in 2020, and that was even with the COVID surges engaged as well. We did see a decrease in our emergency room activity as folks kind of hunkered down, if you will, and have actually sought out additional care within our urgent cares. As far as inpatient discharges, a little over 5,000 and then about 740 births. So definitely something to celebrate there with all the babies that were born at the Wayne campus. You can see that we do have a good variety of medical centers available for our patients throughout Belleville, Westland, Canton, and Garden City. Here's just a layout of the Wayne leadership team. So Tammy Scarborough, our regional president, myself, Mark Deming, who is our market CFO, and then Dr. Asher Jain, who is our chief medical officer, Anthony Childs as the chief nursing officer, Ayanna Brown, who supports support services, and then Abir Mahana, who is our clinical director. And then our medical staff, I'm sure that many of you are familiar with a few of these folks as you live in the community and utilize our services. These are our key department chiefs. And then that is led by Dr. Muzamil Ahmed, who is our chief of staff, and Dr. Karen Weaver, who is the vice chief of staff. So some Wayne highlights as it relates to our medical staff. Our medical staff is very focused on quality and quality improvement, and you'll see the great progress that we actually made throughout 2020 in a few slides ahead, and how that focus really pans out over the year. They're constantly meeting the needs of our community, looking for additional primary care physicians and looking for opportunity to grow. We do have a really young, actually, medical staff. So we've been able to recruit some folks out of residency, and even those who have gone through their residency through our family medicine residency program have decided to stay on at the Wayne campus. It was really an enjoyable experience for them, and we're able to retain them. And then collaboration with site administration so that we can continue to grow the region and provide the quality care that everyone's accustomed to. So we will hit quality. And as you can see there, as the arrow points to the Wayne campus, this is really an indication of our percent of ones. So with our quality matrix, everything is rated either a 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1 being an area in which we need to focus and highlight and drive some improvement, and 4 is really that we've reached the 90th percentile and have really overachieved the benchmark within that area. And you can see that out of the approximately 289 indicators that Wayne does follow year over year, we started the year out, and if you can see my cursor, this is where we started the year out in January, where we had 21% of those indicators were a status 1. So we knew we had some work to do. And then we have our QPI, which was a 3.13. And the QPI is really a correlation between the number of 1s that you have and the number of 4s that you have. So the more 4s that you have, your higher your QPI will be. So we always say our QPI should be higher and our percent of 1 should be lower. So then if I can have you go all the way over to December, where our final score is, you can see that we were able to achieve that even with both of the COVID surges. We were able to take our percent of 1s down to 16%, so from 21% to 16%. And the reason that it's actually highlighted blue is that we were able to reduce that goal by 15% or more. The standard is to reduce by at least 10%, and Wayne achieved the stretch goal, which was greater than 15%. And then we took our QPI from 3.13, and as you recall, I stated that higher is better. And we ended the year with 3.31 because we had more 4s by the end of the year than we did status 1. So just really proud of all the work of our quality department and their engagement with all of our physicians and our staff to drive this great quality for our patients. Some things that we are working on are some areas of opportunity that we're really focused on for 2021 is mortality. And some examples of efforts we've put into place to improve mortality is we've hired a palliative care nurse practitioner. Sometimes those palliative care conversations are very difficult to have. So we have a specialist at the site who can really work with patients and families to have that conversation and really help guide the patients into what their plan of care will be. We review all of our mortality cases, as well as we utilize an inpatient RN in the ED. When we do have an overflow of patients in the emergency department, we want to make sure that those patients are getting the same level of care that they would get on an inpatient unit. So we actually bring an inpatient nurse down to the ED to help take care of them. Allows those ED nurses to take on additional patients that would be walking into the department. We've also created a tool for our physicians to look at physician and patient trends. This really allows our physicians to take a really hard look at some of the readmissions and their length of stay data so that we can look for areas of opportunity as well. We've also implemented a Trenton, Taylor, and Wayne. As you may know, myself as well as Tammy, our president, we're over a region. So we are over the Taylor, Trenton, Wayne region. And it's really beneficial for us to be able to share information across the region. So we've put together a quality subcommittee so that we can really focus on who's doing what well, who may have some lag in getting that data improved, and how do we cross share some of that information across the region. So just some highlights that I wanted you to see from our outpatient areas and our operational high points. Our Wayne imaging resurgence. The green line is representative of our volume in 2019. The blue line is representative of our volume in 2021. As you can see, folks are still a little hesitant to come back to the site, but it is safe to come in to have your outpatient imaging as well as be inpatient. But have those outpatient services utilized within our facility. CT has come back at 80% of our prior capacity, MRI at 86%, mammogram at 98% and 88% for ultrasound. I'm not sure if you've been by the campus, and I'll talk about this in a few slides, but we're expanding on the campus as it relates to mammography. We've also implemented a wide bore CT machine or an MRI machine. This allows us to have patients of larger size as we continue to build our bariatric program at the Wayne campus. It also has a cinema vision opportunity where patients can actually wear goggles and watch a movie during the procedure so that they remain relaxed and are a little bit more comfortable, or we can play musical choices of your choice so that you do feel relaxed. And it is large bore, so not as claustrophobic or closed in on patients as it was before. We no longer have the limitation with cardiac stents that we had with other MRI machinery. And we're also able to provide the high quality breast imaging. So very important for our campus as well as we do continue to expand as a breast care center of excellence. So heart and vascular services, just wanted you to be aware that we have many credentialing and certifications for our heart and vascular services. We have Corazon accreditation for our PCIs as well as for our cardiopulmonary rehabilitation. And our ECHO program has been really recognized and accredited nationally. So really proud of all of the work that this team is able to provide for our community. And just want to make sure that folks know that we do have a comprehensive heart and vascular service at the Wayne campus to be able to provide.
Kristine, can I just interrupt you for a second? I've had a request that you go into the slideshow mode. You're in the mode that you can create and edit.
Oh,
so, there you go.
How about that?
There we go. Yep, that makes it bigger. Thank you so much.
Okay, yep, you got it.
No problem.
Excellent. Well, thank you for the suggestion. Definitely want everyone to be able to enjoy the presentation and get full details. So diving in a little bit more with our cardiac cath lab, many folks didn't even know that Wayne does have a cath lab. So we are able to do interventional cath procedures at our campus. And you can see there, again, the 2019 line is the green line, and then the 2020 line is where the blue line where we currently are. And we have already started to exceed our 2019 volume. So just want to make sure that the community is aware. Our interventionalists and our cardiac docs are very much engaged in the community and providing this service. We've also reached out to our EMS providers who are unaware that they could bring patients to the Wayne campus for cardiac cath procedures. So you'll see there where it says door to balloon, we actually created a vision board for the EMS team so that they could come in and see the outcomes of the patients that they bring to the Wayne campus to see the positive outcomes. And then they can share that with their patients as they pick them up as well. So our infusion center, we're very proud of the growth with our infusion center. You can see there, the teal line is 2019 and the purple line is 2020, and we have way exceeded, even with the restraints of COVID, way exceeded our infusion center growth, and that does continue to grow. Really looking at further expansion of our infusion center as we kind of shuffle down some of the expansion that we're currently doing on the campus. This will definitely be next on the list. So since reopening, we have cared for 284 new patients post-pandemic, and that's 79 new oncology patients. This is a very tightly run infusion center. We do provide social distancing, and they're very, very much in tune with their patients. We have TVs at the stations as well, just to provide our patients, because many of them are there for a few hours. So just to provide them some extra comfort and relief. So how is Wayne investing in the future? I'm sure all of you are wondering what's going on with our campus and how do we keep it moving forward? So really strategic planning has been underway for our region. Trenton, Taylor, and Wayne, how do we grow each one of those campuses? Something that's really unique with the Wayne and Trenton campuses is even though we may provide the same services at each of those campuses, geographically, they do not compete with one another. So we can really help create some unity between the campuses and get our physicians cross-credentialed and grow each one of those areas. Taylor is really much known as an orthopedic center of excellence, and we will continue to move forward with orthopedics as well as rehab at Taylor. So then it doesn't end up becoming competition for Wayne or Trenton as well. So this is our comprehensive breast care center. You can see there that those are two renderings, one of the inside as well as one of the entrance. We are well underway with the construction of this on our campus and do expect for this to be completed in mid-June and ready to open by mid to end of June. So we're hoping to have an open house for the community to come in and see our breast care center and just be able to take tours. I would love the opportunity to invite all of you to come and check this out. We have not been able to go in yet with the construction, even with a hard hat. They have asked that we wait just a few more weeks before we can go in, but very excited for what this will offer us. So it was a $4.2 million project. We did start in November. And as I stated, we should be done by mid-June in 2021. Nearly double the size of our current space of 6,000 square feet. We will have 3 new 3D digital breast tomosynthesis units, 3 new ultrasound rooms, 1 being dedicated as an automated breast ultrasound room. And then we'll be adjacent to the surgery center. So patients as well as surgeons will not have to walk across the street as they currently do. It will be connected with our surgery center for ease of access for both our breast surgeons as well as our patients. We will also have 4 new exam rooms with same-day evaluation available. So there again, just wanted you to see the growth that we're able to rebound since post-pandemic. The blue line being the 2020 growth. And again, we're back up to where we were with 2019 and expect that to even continue to increase. We've also invested in a Da Vinci robot for our surgical services. Many of our patients prefer to utilize the DaVinci and that the healing time and the recovery time is shortened and doesn't take them away from their job or make them rely on others as a full open incision would be. So this also provided some flexibility for our surgeons within our scheduling and boarding schedule. And again, hitting the highlight of our new breast surgeons are excited about the DaVinci robot as well, as they will be utilizing this technology as we go forward. So I know this has come up many times in conversations, is what are we doing with the 4th floor? So we did have plans to start opening the 4th floor last week and into this week, but Joint Commission actually arrived to the Wayne campus for our triennial survey. So we did not want additional commotion going on in the hospital, so we have paused that for a moment. But what we do plan to do is renovate our 4th floor. Currently, the rooms are over 40 years old and really are not up to the standards and codes that we would expect. The bathrooms are quite small and they don't have a shower. So our expectation is we would double the size of these bathrooms to be able to put a shower in every room. As I stated, all the rooms will remain private so that every patient will have their own bathroom and own shower in their room. We'll also do some revamp to our HVAC system, as we currently have window AC units. We'd prefer to have an updated HVAC system. It can be challenging with the window AC units, making those adjustments, as well as it takes up additional space. And we just feel that there's a risk for poor patient outcomes related to some serious safety events. So we do plan to have these rooms renovated, and we'll keep you definitely up to speed on where we are with those renovations. Very excited to have some new and updated, have a new and updated wing on the floor, and for the community and patients to be able to utilize that. One thing that we've realized post-pandemic is we really needed to focus on our team and kind of boost them back up as well. So to increase our communication, we went live with a mobile heartbeat unified communication platform. And what that is really a fancy way of saying is that we have an app that's on our phone, and all of our staff actually do have an iPhone with that app on them. It is only capable of being utilized within the hospital. So outside of the hospital, it does not work, but it has helped to increase our communication. We can send broad communications over many groups, or even send a singular communication. So it's really helped with that communication platform, as well as with our Beaker go live implementation for the lab. Again, we've had 2 standard processes that we've been using on the south side for our lab, and this will be 1 set standard across all of Beaumont Health. Nursing has been working really hard in modifying their staffing models. They've cross-trained staff so that they are able to cover multiple units and really enhance their nursing practicing. We do weekly rounding and encourage all of our staff to speak up. We can't really improve things or fix things if we don't know what's bothering them or what they feel is out of line. So we do hold virtual quarterly town hall meetings, and then focus on our staff's well-being and encourage innovative ways for employee recognition. Which really brings me to this slide, which we've really launched many of these acts in how do we show appreciation and recognition to our staff. So we have boards that are spread out through the hospital where you can give a staff shout out, leave a note for someone. You can see there a blanket with a cup, which was something that as administration we felt was very much needed to thank our team. So between Trenton, Taylor, and Wayne, we passed, administration passed these all out to our staff members just to thank them. It was just a small token of gratitude during the holidays. We do also have our WITH storyboard. As you can see there, WITH is really a part of patient and family-centered care. And we have either teams or individuals who we feel have gone above and beyond to work with their patients and families to provide them with the care that they needed. You can see the picture there of Santa, and that is actually our Chief Nursing Officer, Anthony Childs, who dressed up as Santa for the holidays and delivered individually wrapped cookies to all of the staff. It was quite fun. Plus, it was fun to see him have to dress up. So we've kind of dubbed ourselves the Wayne Warriors. The Wayne team has come back even stronger than we were before COVID. So we have some staff and managers who are really crafty with this little gadget called a Cricut. And they're able to make these shirts and masks and hats. And I mean, they've done some really great things and have dubbed themselves as Wayne Warriors. And we're just really proud of all of the work that they have done. I know it's about 12:25, but I have a 1-minute video if you can endure me, and I hope it works. Would it be okay?
Yes.
This really will show you the team's ability to really grab onto that warrior atmosphere and really recover from what we've all gone through. So let's see how this goes. Can you still see?
We still see the picture of the Wayne Warriors.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, let me see if I can bring it over here.
I think you like maybe have to stop your sharing and then start your sharing again, or somehow so you can click the different program.
Okay, can you see the screen now where you are?
No.
No.
Still see the Wayne Warriors.
Okay. Okay, so stop share.
There we go.
Okay, let's get rid of that. And then I need to start sharing again?
Yep.
Okay, we'll get through this. Okay, you're seeing it again?
Back to the same screen we were at before.
Okay.
You need to share the actual video.
Okay. Okay. Now I've lost how to stop sharing.
You're not sharing now. You have to start sharing again.
Oh, okay. Well, that's helpful. Oh.
Usually when you start sharing, it gives you like which program you want to use.
Yeah, I've now even lost my little green guy.
If you move your cursor down to the bottom of the screen, it should pop up.
Okay, wait, let me get you guys back. I apologize.
This is a modern life, you know?
Right?
Really is.
Let's see. Oh, okay, wait. I think I might be getting there. Put that up. Okay, I think I'm getting there. You all are so tolerant. Okay, share screen. Okay, are you seeing it now? You should see this year. This year has been a tough one.
No, sorry.
Yeah, your screen isn't shared yet. It just says share. Yeah, we still are on the main.
There we go. It started screen sharing.
There we go.
All right. Perseverance. Okay. I am going to, now last time I had trouble with volume here. Okay, here we go.
I'll pick my battles because I know I'm gonna win the war. I'm not rattled because I shattered all of this before.
I hate to ask, but maybe you can make it full screen. I don't know.
There you go.
Back on the saddle because I gathered all my strength for more. And I won't bow, I won't break. No, I'm not afraid to do whatever it takes. I'll never bow, I'll never break. Cause I'm a warrior, I'll fight for my life like a soldier. Walk through the night and I won't give up. I'll survive, I'm a warrior. And I'm stronger, that's why I'm alive. I will conquer. Time after time, I'll never falter. I will survive, I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. Like a Viking, I'll be fighting through the.
Okay.
Yay.
So really proud of our entire team and the resilience that they have. Oh goodness, we don't want to start another one. Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing at this point.
There we go.
Okay. So just really proud of the resilience and the comeback of our Wayne campus. We really truly feel we will be better and stronger for what we have gone through, and are really looking forward to the future developments on our campus. Any questions or comments from anyone that I can help with? I hope this was helpful for all of you.
I have a couple questions. My sister just got out of the hospital, so that out of the Wayne. So are you guys getting more nurses? Are you having problems getting nurses? Because I know that the nurses were kind of all over the place, and just wondering how that's working for you.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Nationally, it has become very difficult to recruit for nurses. So our focus has really been on retention of what we currently have. Many nurses have really stepped away from the bedside. It's difficult for the Wayne campus as we have the Amazon distribution center not far away from us. So that has become a point of competition for us, but it has become a national struggle. We've offered many incentives for our staff, retention bonuses, recruitment bonuses. We have a midnight recruitment bonus up to $10,000. So just really putting in a lot of resources from our HR and talent acquisition department. We're also having virtual job fairs, but it is not just difficult for the Wayne campus, it's difficult all the way around.
And then I have one other question. It has to do with the COVID shots. And I just wonder, I mean, I know you probably can't do this, but I just wonder why Beaumont, if Beaumont's thinking at all. Like my sister's 61 and very poor health. So have they thought about when Beaumont gets them to, because you can go to Beaumont chart, and if you're over 65, then you can apply, but to let doctors of people that are seriously ill allow them to be vaccinated? Is there any like ongoing discussion about that, or if you know?
Yeah, I'd have to get you more. I'm not tightly knit with the vaccine process, but I do know that much of this has been government regulated, and the phases of who gets vaccinated and when has really been directional from that. But I can definitely get you some more information.
I've been involved in that with the state.
Oh, there you go.
I work directly with MDHHS, and we've been talking to them about their standards and what the rules are. And part of the problem has been there's been a reduction in vaccines available until this week. And now they're talking about getting at least 200,000, maybe 400,000 vaccines this week. So you're going to see that this whole thing start to pick up, and that'll change things. But, you know, it is pretty tightly connected between the CDC to the MDHHS and then to the, then from there. So it is pretty highly regulated.
I have a question about how Beaumont was able to get all these vaccines, because other healthcare centers like U of M, you know, kept sending out emails saying, we're sorry, but Beaumont had vaccines and we're scheduling people. So do you know anything about that?
Yeah, again, I'm not tightly knit with the vaccine committee, but I can get you some information. I'm grateful that they were able to, you know, get that activated and work closely with those regulating bodies to get that for our community.
And this is Jeffrey, if I can chime in. I do work with you know, the counties and am involved in the vaccine distribution conversations. So if you have a list of questions about that, I'm happy to follow up with you guys and get that answered. But, you know, as Judge Mack said, the issue largely has been supply up until this point. So, as for who had what when, I can answer those questions sort of specifically if I have them in writing, because I'd have to know the time frame. But we, as Kristine said, we are grateful to get what we get, and when we have it, we distribute it. And that has been the case. And of course, it is dependent on which county we're working with and how much that county has as well.
Okay, so you get yours from the county like everybody else?
No, we get ours from the state.
Okay.
And the state gives a certain percentage to the counties and a certain percentage to the healthcare systems.
Okay, that was what I was curious about, because it just seemed like Beaumont did have supply early, and when others didn't. So I was gratified to see that.
Well, it could be the Washtenaw County is a younger county than Wayne County.
Well,
that can influence the distribution at the state level.
It definitely did, and it has a lot to do with population as well.
Yeah.
I have another question about the urgent care on Michigan Avenue. I know it just opened recently, and I just wondered if you have any comments or information about that facility.
Jeffrey, do you have any information there?
I mean, not a whole lot more than what you just said. Obviously, the site has, sort of recently opened up. We work with our partners at Wells Street to do the Beaumont urgent cares.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually pretty happy that site, it was delayed a couple of months, but it sort of opened pretty close to when we anticipated they would open. So, if at any point there's more questions about the urgent care, I'm happy to bring in, our counterpart at Wells Street, or maybe even the practice manager of that site, to come and chat about the services that are being provided there. But I can send you sort of the general details about that urgent care site as well. I'm really happy that they opened up. I was worried that they would be delayed, but they opened pretty close to their target date, their original target date. So we're very happy about that.
If I could just comment, I served on the board of directors at Annapolis starting in January of 1978 until the merger with Beaumont in around 2015 or 16 or something like that. And so I'm currently serving as the chairman of the advisory board at Annapolis. So I feel like I've lived there a good part of my life. But I've seen remarkable changes in the facility over the years. And I think we're really pleased. I'm really pleased we have such great leadership now at the hospital, and that it's really committing to the community. And I think that's really important. But I do have a question in terms of the emergency room and how often you encounter persons suffering with mental illness or substance abuse issues, and how you handle that, if you know.
Yeah, we do on a daily basis have, patients who present with mental illness. And as you know, Judge Mack, with your experience in the not only the Oakwood, but going into the Beaumont system, we're very focused on providing, a venue as well as some process changes to positively impact mental health. I mean, even with the building of our 9th hospital, being the mental health hospital that will be in Dearborn. So we have provided training to our emergency department physicians as well as staff. It's called compassionate care training, so that it enables them to look and treat patients with mental illness a bit differently. Many times folks just don't understand. They don't know how to communicate effectively with mental health patients. And there's specific processes and steps that you can take along the way, to increase that communication. So that's one way that we've really enabled our team to help with those patients, because we have them on a daily basis. That is for sure. As well as, providing them with an area that will keep them safe, providing them with a sitter that will keep them safe, and, just continue to look out for their rights and their needs.
That's really important. Not all hospitals do that.
Mm-hmm.
I am aware of a situation involving the nephew of one of our executives in Lansing, who was picked up and taken to a hospital in Jackson involuntarily by court order. and he punched he punched someone. And so what they did was charge him with a felony and put him in jail. And then they set a high bail. And then when he did get out, his mother made bail. He immediately went back to his farm, pulled out one of his weapons, and killed himself. So, and that's just a part of the system failure. So I'm really pleased at what you're doing in Annapolis on that issue.
Yeah, that's so sad to hear. I'm so sorry to hear that, but it's really providing our teams with the tools to understand, how to care for that population.
Right.
And it's very important, really important. I feel that, and this is just my commentary, I think that we kind of lost sight of that, not only in the healthcare, but in our own natural environments. We've lost sight of how do we effectively care for our mental health population. And with the effects of COVID, many people who you would not have known had mental illness before have come out to seek treatment because it's been such a big effect on them.
Right.
And we need to be able to provide programs for them as well as for our staff to deal with, some of their struggles.
Right.
You know what I think is worth mentioning on that point as well, and Judge Mack, you may know some of this, but the Wayne Hospital, I believe, was the first Beaumont hospital to participate in the Hope Not Handcuffs program that Families Against Narcotics pioneered. And essentially what that means is if someone presents, typically, in our emergency department, they say, we identify that they have a substance use disorder or an addiction issue, and they tell us that they want help. We do utilize the Family Against Narcotics resources to get them what they call the angels, right? And those volunteers who, usually are recovering themselves, have gone through the training, they will help those individuals get the treatments and sort of coach them through the process, the paperwork, and make sure that they get, articulated into a program and that they have a greater chance of success. I know Beaumont Troy does that as well because of the Families Against Narcotics chapter out there, but I know Wayne was an early adopter of that. And I think that that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, Jeffrey, actually, it's going to be launching in Wayne at the police station, hopefully on March 16th. And I'm hoping that the 29th District Court also agrees to be part of that program. But I know that Beaumont's been doing it for some time. And do you have any idea how many people have come through the Hope Not Handcuffs program at Beaumont?
Off the cuff, I don't. The info that I have is more than a year old at this point, so I wouldn't even venture a guess. But I definitely could come back with some numbers on that.
That's okay. Just curious. Anybody else have a question? John and Lois, go ahead. You have to unmute yourself, though.
My question deals with, well, we have our Rotary friends from Belleville joining us this afternoon, and I'm curious as to what the residents of Belleville do for emergency care. Are they transported to the Wayne facility, or do they go all the way out to St. Joe's or another facility? So I'm trying to, does Belleville come to Wayne Beaumont?
I haven't been to the emergency, but
I have. Yeah, I was transported to St. Joe. And then a couple days later, after going home, I had another incident and I was taken to Beaumont Wayne. So either place, the fire department or EMS will take you either place.
Yeah, I saw something on the community page on Facebook or Nextdoor, and it sounded like one you could specify, but it seemed pretty much either or, because I think depending on where you live, they're the same distance. At St. Joe's is as close as Annapolis, but I think Dennis's experience is how it goes, probably 50-50.
Thank you.
Hey, anybody else have a question?
This is Jeffrey. I can perhaps answer that a little more precisely. As we work with the AMS folks, it depends. You do have some ability to say, I prefer to go here or here, but it will depend on your acuity and what services that hospital provides. You do have some ability to say, I prefer to go here, or this is where I receive my care. But in an emergency situation, the EMS, they sort of use their best judgment if it's a case of, okay, these two sites are close enough together. So yeah, you do have some ability, but also, it depends on what the cause is.
I had a question about the balloon. I forget what the phrase was, but balloon to stint or something, or
Door to balloon.
door to balloon. Can you explain that in a little more detail, what that program is?
I certainly can. So if a patient comes in and needs cardiac intervention, so when they come in would be the door, and the time that we got them actually to the table to have the balloon inserted into their vessel, we expect to have that done within a 90-minute time frame. So we like to show our data in that we typically have that completed within 50 minutes. So we like to brag, if you will, on that wall so that those EMS providers know that the patients that they brought in that might have needed cardiac intervention, what were the outcomes?
I remember hearing about EMS having some special communication device, or they could transmit EKGs, and then the team could be ready in the ER once the person arrived. And I remember being very impressed by that.
Yes. Yep. So it's a STEMI. So it's a ST elevation myocardial infarction. So if in the field they do the EKG and realize that that person is having a STEMI, by the time they reach our door and get to the table for the balloon inserted, that's the data that we like to share with them.
Pretty impressive.
Yes, it is. It's life-saving.
Right.
It is life-saving.
Every second counts.
Right. You're right.
In those situations.
We like to say time is tissue.
Time is tissue.
Yeah.
And Kristine, how long have you been with the Beaumont healthcare system? And tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind. So I'm a nurse actually by background. So I started my career out in pediatrics. So I worked down at Children's Hospital for many years, and then actually came to Oakwood Dearborn to work in their open heart unit, and achieved a critical care as well as open heart certifications at Beaumont Dearborn. Kind of had a leadership itch, if you will, and took a job at the Heritage Campus, as it was known back then, in their intermediate care unit. Kind of grew up within that facility and moved up in the ranks. I was a chief nursing officer for the Taylor campus for nearly 8.5 years. And then last September became the COO over Trenton Taylor in Wayne.
Wow. Quite a career.
Yeah, it's been a ride. But and to Judge Mack, thank you very much for your kind words. I can speak on behalf of my partner Tammy Scarborough as the president. We are looking to create innovation. We are looking to create improvements in all of the campuses. Wayne has been a big focus for us, and we are highly acute of some of the conversation out in the community, and how can we change the perception of that conversation. And we want to be completely involved in that progress and that positivity. So, I can't thank you enough, whether you're in Michigan or Florida today. I really can't thank you enough for the opportunity, to come and really be proud of the Wayne campus and share all of that with you.
Okay, well, if nobody else has any questions, then we'll thank Kristine Donahue and
Yes,
Jeffrey
thank you.
for making the time to do this. This is wonderful.
Anytime at all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Just call and I'll come back and provide any updates that y'all need.
Oh, and one final thing.
Yes.
Instead of giving you a cup or some other little honorarium for speaking, what we do for our speakers at the Wayne Rotary Club is we donate a book to our Wayne Public Library in your name, and it will put a book plate inside of it with your name on it. So every time someone checks out the book, they will see your name and know that this was because of you speaking to the Rotary that book is available at the library.
Oh, that is excellent. Thank you very much. I'm very honored. Thank you.
I think we'll be getting that for you to sign, that book plate, and then it will go into the book and it'll be donated to the library. So
You got it.
thank you.
Excellent.
again.
Thank you all so much. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. Thank
All right,
you.
bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Well, that was great. We'll go ahead with the rest of our club announcements and so forth. I did want to announce that we have 2 potential new members who are interested in becoming members of our club. I did send out an email with their names, but I will mention them again at the meeting today. It's Stan Shelton and Vivian Speakman, and Vivian is here. If Vivian, would you mind letting us see your face and say hello?
She sent something on a chat that says, Laura, I'm in, just no sound. So I don't know if she can hear us now, but she sent a chat.
Okay.
It says, Laura, I'm in, just no sound. So I don't know.
She's not muted from what I can see, but okay. Huh. Okay. All right. Let's see. The other things, we do have a birthday in March. Amanda. Where's Amanda? Hey. Okay, so Amanda, we normally sing happy birthday. We sound terrible. We really are awful singers.
We sing.
But would you like us to sing happy birthday to you?
Sure.
I'm good. I'm okay.
You're okay. All right. Okay. And Dave Carpenter's usually the worst one. Where's Dave? Is he still here? I don't see Dave. Did he leave? Okay. I guess he did. So, okay. Everybody unmute yourself. Okay. And we will start singing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amanda. Happy birthday to you.
That was truly awful. It's right up there with our standards, though.
Is this the only one that's for March? I was thinking that Bill
Meadowcroft is on March 30th.
So I was thinking if people could send him a card. I think I sent out his email before. Yeah. That would be really cool if we could all send him a birthday card, because now you got plenty of time to do it, especially with the mail being slow. If you can get him a birthday card.
To those of you who don't know, Bill is our oldest member. I think he's 90. He's in his 90s.
I was just trying to look on the website. I don't know if we have it. So that's what I was doing when I was flipping out and you couldn't see my
and he started out in the Inkster Rotary Club. And then they disbanded and he came to Wayne. He was telling me the story. I don't know if any of you remember him mentioning that, but he worked for the city of Inkster for years.
Was the city manager.
He was the city manager in Inkster, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so anyway, he is a dear man, and he's not very good technologically, so that's why he's not able to join us.
Yeah, they have in the thing it says 1970, so that's not right. I forget how old he told me he was. He's over 90.
Linda, is his current address on our directory?
I think I updated it. I can give it to you. Yeah, I updated. It's in Lapeer. It's 155 Devonshire, DEVONSHIRE, apartment 206 in Lapeer, 48446. But it is on our website.
Okay, thanks.
I mean, if you sign in, member login. And those that don't have it, that need access, you can contact John or I. We can make sure you understand how to get on the website. Right, John? I'm throwing you under the bus, but you'll help? He's shaking Ed, yes. Okay.
And send him now, because he'll be decorating probably his apartment with all these birthday cards, that'll be cool.
That's, I owe an email to Alva to give her her user ID and password for the member section of Club Runner, as well as her ability to download the mobile Club Runner app on her phone.
Okay.
It'll be coming, Alva.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You've been so wonderful with dispersing information to me already.
So if you guys have any questions on how to use the website, John or I'm sure other people that are also master, whatever they call it, the administrator, but I know for sure John and I are administrators. We can add people and change your password if you lost it, that kind of stuff. Just let us know.
So just a couple more things. I just wanted to mention events for March. Next week, we're not going to be meeting this way. We're going to be joining the Windsor Roseland meeting. So Lois, are you going to get the Zoom login information for that? Okay. Lois will handle getting us that Zoom information. So don't use the Zoom information that you used today. We'll have different Zoom information. It's at the same time, I think 12:15.
Right.
It's 12:15 instead of noon for that meeting. So you will receive all of that through Club Runner through the email. March 16th is the tentative launch date for Hope Not Handcuffs through FAN. So I do not have a speaker lined up for the 16th. I'm hoping that the launch, that we can maybe, some of us can be there in person. So we'll have something connected with the launch of Hope Not Handcuffs on the 16th. The 23rd, we have Rob Demmer from Jack Demmer Ford lined up to talk to us about the Bronco and the Mustang and other new things coming out at Ford. So that should be a good one. Board meeting on March 18th at 7:00 p.m. All club members are invited. Just let us know if you have anything you want to add to the agenda. We are going forward with the Great Lakes Watershed Cleanup on April 24th. In fact, there's a meeting tomorrow at 7:00 p.m. With Wayne Main Street and Matt Mulholland and Kirk Rubin. Kirk can't make it, I guess. But we are moving forward with Wayne Main Street. Thank you to Lori Morrow, who I know is here. So that's moving along, and we'll keep you informed as more details become clear. And I'm attending Angel training tonight for Hope Not Handcuffs. I did part of the training, and now they've changed it. So after tonight's training, I'll be fully qualified to be a FAN Hope Not Handcuffs Angel. We do need to meet Linda about the rest of the FAN project. We figure out how much money we have left and how we're going to spend the rest of the money. So, but you're getting ready to go on vacation, so it can wait.
Yeah. Do you know though? Did we do dinner in February? I didn't get any kind of. She didn't send me a bill yet. I haven't gotten the bill for February.
I know she did it. She did do the dinner.
Okay, she hasn't sent me. Maybe I'll text her and ask her. Because I haven't received it yet to pay her.
Right. And I have some bills here too that I need to get you because I bought some supplies for a man that had gone to that AIM recovery in West London.
If you can scan them and email them to me, then I can give you I'm probably going to try to get my books all done before I go on vacation so that, because I come back on the 15th and on the 17th, 18th, whatever day you said we have our board meeting.
Oh, you're coming back that day?
I'm coming back on that Monday.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, but I want everything done before I go if I can, and I leave this Thursday, but if I can't, I'll get most of it done so that when I get your stuff, it'll be easier.
Okay.
Laura, I believe Charlotte has a question.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Charlotte, yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Is that watershed project meeting virtual or in person?
The meeting is virtual. The cleanup actually will be in person.
In person, yes. But I was wondering, do you want Rotarians to participate in the meeting?
I guess only people on the committee, like Pat Rice is on the committee, Lori's on the committee. If you're interested in being on the committee, Char, we can invite you if that's what do you think, Pat?
I can send you the Zoom to get in if you want to come to Charlotte tonight. It's on Wednesday night. It's at 7:00.
Wednesday night, okay. All right, good, thanks.
Anybody else who's interested, I think Carol Brevard is attending also, but anybody else who's interested in being on that committee, just let me or Pat know and we'll give you the link.
Okay.
I'm interested, Alva.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. I'll send you the link then for the watershed cleanup meeting.
Thank you.
So, are you guys doing anything for that, Deborah? Are you doing a cleanup day too?
Yeah, somehow. We had talked about doing something like a drain, clean drains, street drain stuff as a project through the Huron River watershed. But then Joyce contacted the Van Buren Township Water Department, and they're going to be our speaker next week. And they're gonna, the head of that has a different idea that he thinks would be good. So we're waiting to hear.
Oh.
That we will do something.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah, because we're trying to figure out, should we put the Great Lakes watershed, wording on our stuff or.
I'm not that far ahead with
Yeah.
that. I haven't done anything. I haven't turned anything into the, but we can talk about this at our area 3 tomorrow, maybe.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
Isn't it? Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh.
Tomorrow night.
I don't have it on my calendar and it's going to conflict with this.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We
Well,
haven't gotten anything else from, our AG yet, though.
okay.
It's on my calendar.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else. Does anybody have anything else they want to bring up at the meeting? Yes, John and Lois.
A few weeks ago, as you may recall, that the club had a Zoom meeting with the club just north of London, England. And they had mentioned that they were running a autism fundraiser program in conjunction with 2 clubs in Israel for the ability of children who are autistic and are not able to communicate, where they would provide a device where they would be taught to enter or type so that they could begin to communicate, learn how to communicate with their parents and such. And Dave Carpenter had mentioned that it would be kind of cool as an international project if we could participate financially, which we did do through our foundation. And the recommendation had been $500. Then on my own, I decided, well, when you convert the $500 to British pounds, you were like $320. And I felt that was insufficient. So I went to Chase Bank and we did a SWIFT electronic funds transfer from the foundation's checking account for $722, which then equaled 500 pounds. And that whole thing took a couple of days. But anyway, as part of our international efforts, we participated with the London Club, who was also participating with Israeli clubs. And I just wanted to share with you all that.
Yes, thank you, John. Thank you for that update. Yep. Yeah, that was really fun. We attended this meeting and they told us about this project, and the foundation decided to donate some money for their project. So yeah, it's amazing how Rotarians all over the world, you can go to a Rotary meeting in London and you feel an instant connection with the people, because we're all about the same thing. And so it just reinforced the notion to me that Rotary really is an international organization. We do so much in the community, but we really have a global presence, and we should take advantage of that when we can. So hopefully maybe the weather will get warm and we can start meeting outside, maybe in May.
I hope so.
Yes.
Surely by May.
May, yes. We'll we'll hope for May. So anyway, thanks everybody for coming and have a good week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone.